Before I start, I just want to let you know that all these facts were gathered before the COVID-19 outbreak. The United States is filled with a variety of people. There are people of different backgrounds, cultures, races, beliefs, religions, languages, the list could go on. Hence why the United States is referred to as the melting pot. Politically, the U.S. is divided into two main parties, the Republican Party, conservatives, and the Democratic Party, liberals. The U.S. is a very diverse country. Some people love President Donald Trump, and some not so much. However, whatever your political beliefs, you cannot ignore the facts. President Trump is the most successful president when it comes to the economy because the unemployment rate is at the lowest it has ever been, the stock market is at an all-time high, and he is renegotiating trade policies with other countries, resulting in the United States receiving the manufacturing jobs back. To start, the unemployment rate in the United States is lower than it has ever been, thanks to President Trump. Nearly 40 million jobs have been created since Trump was elected. According to the WhiteHouse.gov, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and the lower educated Americans' unemployment rate is at the lowest ever recorded in history. Also, women's unemployment reached the lowest rate in nearly 65 years. High employment rates result in an increase of economic growth. Workers produce goods and services, and in turn, receive a paycheck which they can spend on things they need or want. High employment rates equals a higher number of goods that can be produced. High employment equals a better economy, which results in the stability of a country. Furthermore, the stock market is at an all-time high under the presidency of Donald Trump. According to Investopedia.com, President Trump signed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act into law December 22nd of 2017. It was the largest overhaul of tax codes in over 3 decades. The law created a corporate tax of 21%, meaning corporations had more money to invest in their company and in their employees. In 2017, a typical income of $75,000 was paying about $4,000 in federal income tax. In 2018, after the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, the federal income tax of the typical income of $75,000 was cut more than only half, to $1,739. The tax cuts were noticed when nearly $200 were added to employees' paychecks each month. Having an extra $2,400 can result in dining out at a local restaurant or buying extra goods and services. For example, having an extra $2,400 a year in your pocket, you can buy an Apple Watch, which increases company demand. This means more employees, more watches sold, and more profit for the Apple company, equaling stock value. People who invest in Apple stock have an increase in their investment, so it all ties together. Donald Trump's tax reform has not only made the stock market explode, but it has also helped the average household above all. Finally, President Trump is renegotiating trade policies with other countries, resulting in the United States receiving the manufacturing jobs back. Donald Trump's America First policy has caused other countries to renegotiate trade deficits. He has withdrawn the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, renegotiated NAFTA with Canada and Mexico, renegotiated with KORUS of South Korea, and he is renegotiating trade deals with China. President Trump's trade policies have helped Americans get and keep jobs. For example, in 2016, the heating and cooling company Carrier announced it would be shutting down its Indianapolis factory and moving its 1,400 jobs to Mexico. The announcement was unexpected and made employees fearful for their futures. In Mexico, Carrier would be able to pay the workers little to nothing with no benefits. President Trump claimed he would impose tariffs on Carrier to offset the company's benefits of going to another country. By November of 2016, Carrier announced it would keep its manufacturing plant in Indianapolis, Indiana. This caused a sigh of relief for the employees of Carrier from Donald Trump's willingness to stand for the American people first. In all, whether you agree or disagree with President Trump, it is easy to say he is very successful in a lot of areas, especially the economy. President Trump is the most successful president when it comes to the economy because the unemployment rate is at the lowest it has ever been, the stock market is at an all-time high, and he is renegotiating trade policies with other countries, resulting in the United States receiving the manufacturing jobs back. If you are rooting for President Trump or not, you can now see some great things he has done for the United States of America. Thank you.
Good enough.